Yeah, it's the 2-6. Fayetteville, stand up. Let's go. The more you know. Yeah. 26 for the 2-6. Yeah, we outside. From the Ville to the world, let it ride. 1-4-4-5, we live.
Hey everybody, it's your girl ShaDonna, the Mo You Know McPhaul, and we are back with 26 for the 2-6 on 104.5 TV on the Mo You Know Impact Network. And today I'm here with my buddy Robert from Hustleman Podcast.
Yes,
hey
ma'am.
Robert.
How you doing, Ms. Mo?
I'm really good. So I remember you called me a couple months ago and had me on your podcast.
Yes, ma'am.
And I was honored because you're like, hey, Mo, I want to give you your flowers and all the things. So I really appreciate that. So I'm so happy that I'm able to return the favor.
Yes, ma'am. No, it's an honor to be on here for 104.5. And y'all are giving out tremendous opportunities for people. And if y'all miss out on these opportunities, man, you're in your own way.
Yeah.
So I just say I'm proud to be on the show. Hard work pays off.
Absolutely. So how did you get into podcasting?
I got into podcasting. I was in West Virginia doing over-the-road security, and I was coming back home, and I wanted to make a name for myself because I seen my good friend, Mr. Jesse Mitchell, how he was doing Straight No Chase. And I was like, well, I want to do something like that in the city, but I didn't know what direction I wanted to go into. So coming back home, I was doing, sports, covering people's events. And then it was just like, it clicked. I sat down with a good friend of mine, and he was like, how can you make your podcast, better than anybody else's in the city? And he was like, you got to make it you, because everybody's chasing the fact of who can get the top people in Fayetteville, but y'all are forgetting the people that walk down here or clean toilets or something like that. That's me. I'm in here interviewing somebody that could be owning a small corner of a business, and they are Fortune 500, you know what I'm saying? So you might not know who you can sit down with. And that's what Hustleman Podcast is about, just covering the small things so he can go ahead and make a big impact in the city. Yes,
Absolutely.
ma'am. So that's
and you are doing that. So
Yes, ma'am.
You're more places than me.
No, hold on, time out. No, I'm not. I am not in more places than Miss Mo, because every time I click on Facebook, man, she is either, last time I saw it, she was in Fayetteville, and then I went to sleep one morning and woke up, and she was in Chicago sitting on the, skyscraper in the office and taking a picture. I'm like, how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? I don't have the motion like that, but I can go as far as Virginia and South Carolina and Raleigh to go ahead and give my impact. I can say shout out to 93.5 The Oak, Miss Mika Devine. She's gave me many, many opportunities to come up there in Raleigh to get to know artists, to get to know other business owners, so I can go ahead and spread my wings. So people gonna be like, well, he's just a homegrown body, but no, I can get outside the city and mix and mingle with everybody.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
And so the same process that it take to get to Chicago, it's the same process it took you to get to Raleigh, Virginia, West Virginia, all the things. Transportation is transportation.
Yes, ma'am.
And having the get up to go, that's where I think a lot of people get it twisted, as the kids would say.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not that they have, Delta can give you a ticket right now. So,
hey, look. I'm just saying, if anybody got the plugs or, networking where, I can get a ticket, hey, let me know. I'm on, my backpack is on my back all the time. So I'm ready to go.
Absolutely. And that's the thing too. I want to make sure everybody knows all of these rooms, all of these places, most of the time, the tickets are for sale. But in some cases, I had a coach that was like, either you're going to pay with time or money. If you can't afford the tickets, you go serve. You go do your thing. You go serve that coach. You go serve the event planner. You go serve somebody to make sure you get in the room. So I just want to make sure people understand that there's not a room that you cannot get into. And sometimes these relationships can get you in rooms that credit cards can't.
Yes, ma'am.
So cherish the relationships. Make sure that they're reciprocal, because a lot of times people, they just take. And I know you're a giver. I've seen you give.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I'm going to tell y'all, stop taking advantage of this man.
Hey, look, my mom always say, your blessings come from your darkest places. You can only you can give, but the man upstairs is not going to steer you anywhere wrong. You know,
Right.
he's going to break you away from them people, take them people out of your life. It may hurt,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But at the time, I think of it like this: all the work that I put in, you know, the grind, the days that I didn't sleep, you know, people that use me and, you know, throw me away like a white paper towel, you know. I still love them people dearly because, you know, I'm a forgiving person. I wasn't before, but, you know, I had to learn how to do that so I can go ahead and continue on getting my blessings.
Absolutely.
So I can be in these rooms, you know, people have smeared my name, or I have done something to somebody and they held, you know, grudges against me and told other people in rooms where it's just like, you know, my name couldn't travel any further. But like I said, the man upstairs hasn't stopped moving my feet. So when I step in rooms, I'm just that guy that's in a room with a big name.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
And you've earned that, and there's nobody that can take that away from you.
Not at all.
But I do want to say, and I'm big on accountability, so I'm gonna act like I fix my life. So one of the things, and I had this, and I talked about this a couple of shows ago,
Yes, ma'am.
where when I first started doing my media thing, you know, I didn't have any products. Well, I had product services. I didn't have any offers. I didn't have anything to sell, or I didn't tell them, hey, this is what it's going to be for me to come and do this. So I think a lot of times when we get into business, we're leading with our heart, and we're not leading them with, hey, this is a business. I have to make revenue. And that happens to the best of us because we want to do and give, but we also got children to take care of. We got bills to pay. You know, we want to expand the business. I know for me, I want to be in all these places. When it's time to go to New York, Chicago, I want to stay in the nice hotels. The last couple of trips, I've been in the nice hotels, but the first couple, I was in shared living, which was okay because I did in the military, which is like being in the barracks. So I was used to it. But I'm like, I'm going to go. I'm going to do, you know, I'm not saying I got to be in the Ritz-Carlton. But if I want to go and do the things, I want it to be a great experience. But like I said, with that, you know, you're going to have the experience. You know, we're always going up. You know, we're always evolving. So I tell people, even if you don't have all the things, just start, because everybody just had to start somewhere. So I'm so glad you started.
I had to start. If you don't start, you're going to be stuck. You know, one of my good friends called me yesterday and was like, I'm just dribbling. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? I'm just dribbling. He was like, I'm just dribbling my ideas and trying to figure out where I'm going to go ahead and score this basket at. I said, you've been a major at everything in your life, but at this point you're stuck for some odd reason. And I said, that gold is right there. Like, what are you waiting on? You know what I'm saying? Your jump shot is pure. You know what I'm saying? Your conversational skills is pure. All you have to do is just press the button and execute on what you need to do. And he was just like, for me, he was like, I'm just, you know, I'm worried about what people think. I said, you got to stop right there.
Yeah.
Being you is the biggest thing that I ever could have turned around and do. And some people don't like that, because when you make boundaries between people, then they can't use you no more, you know? And he was just like, I never had boundaries between people, and that's why I'm in this spot.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, it's not what you do towards a person, is how you react. And that gets them every time. So just leading by example.
And you said something, you can't worry about. It's too many people out here for you to be worried about everybody's thoughts. You will lose yourself. And like I said, for me, because I same thing, I had oh my God, I don't want anybody to think I'm money hungry and yada, yada, yada. Baby, I don't want to be hungry. You understand? I got a whole, the way I like to eat, baby, I work for food. So I had to not care. Not that I don't care, but I'm like, I have to do what I have to do to make this thing work. And it's not going to be pleasing to everybody. Oh, Mo, you do too much. Even you said every time I come on Facebook, you on Facebook. But baby, why are you on Facebook? Let me do Facebook. That's my work. Nah, I'm just kidding.
You're not.
But that's my job. If you're not doing your job, you don't work, you don't eat.
Yes, ma'am.
And we got to eat.
So you got to, and it looks like this. I done carved my name into the city, and then sat in my own corner and made my own office, and you know, had certain people, you know, I can name True Heart Drew, that's gave me, you know, numerous times to come and work for his company and be a cameraman and just learn how to, you know what I'm saying, shoot B-roll and, you know, and go on trips with him and stuff like that, and understand the business aspect of being a cameraman, because it's not easy. It's not a glamorous job. You know, sometimes you have to stay up 12, 3, 4 o'clock at night just to edit an interview. But to understand what it is to be a businessman, that's what it is. And it's just countless people, like I said, that grabbed me and has had a hand into my business, the antagonizing on the internet, the downplaying of the ideas. Oh, you're soft, you don't know what you're talking about, and everything like that. So it helped me to be this person, to understand that it is what it is at the end of the day, and I don't want to go hungry. So me now understanding, putting a price on my work and stuff like that. Now people is just like, oh, he's too much. He's bougie. He's not free no more. Yes, I'm not free no more, because this is what I do. That's why they call me Hustleman, because I'm not out here selling free chips. You don't go to Gucci or Nike and everything. Hey man, get them shoes for free and we can walk out of here. No, you got to pay something. You got to pay a toll to have this content and stuff like that. And what gets me is that people think that free means all the time. I heard a crazy quote where it says that you have to do 2 years of free work before you get noticed. I said, excuse me? No, I can't do it. So that's why this year, I'm standing on what I stand on, and my prices are affordable. So, I mean, if you can't afford it, just say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because guys, this is a job. Like I tell people all the time, I could have went and clocked in and did the thing, but I'm like, this was my dream. I said, I'm gonna, if I go do this for a company, they're gonna pay me what they want to pay me. If I do this for me, I can write checks and do the things like printing your own money. Marketing is really about printing your own money. Selling is about printing your own money, if you will. If you go out there and do anything well enough, you will get compensated. And you should be getting compensated, because marketing is the way businesses stay in businesses. People have to know what you do, why you do it, and how much you charge, and what the result is going to be from me hiring you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just say all that to say, charge your worth, and don't let anybody tell you you're too much, you're too that, you're too this, you're too that. Get all of that out your head, because the higher you go, the more people are going to see, the more people are just going to have an opinion. And it's like, okay, good, great, love you, bye. Because I'm moving on. And seriously, because I walk those steps. I think everybody has gone through this process. This is not just a me thing, a you thing. Everybody goes through the, oh my God, what are they going to think? Oh my God, they're saying this, they're saying that. Who cares?
Yes, ma'am. It however you perceive somebody, or take them, that's on you. And I had to really get out of my feelings about who didn't see me, who didn't support me, because the work that I put in, the people that I sit down with, like the mayor of Spring Lake, shout out to Miss oh my God,
Kia Anthony.
Miss
That's
Kia
my girl.
Anthony.
That is my friend. We did her campaigning
yes,
together.
ma'am.
Yeah.
So me and Miss Mo did the walk, man. That was, I'm gonna tell you, I went through a hard time breathing and everything like that, had passing out them flyers. Miss Mo was out there like, come on, let's go. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go grab a bottle of water and I'll meet you at the edge of the car. I'm trying to get that in line. But right. Like I said, just the opportunities that she's gave me to bring my podcast out there and to sit in these rooms with her and get that interview was just like, I think that was a staple in my podcast, because like I didn't see anybody sitting down with the mayor of the city, in their quarters. And I was just like, I was looking around like, this is big, Rob, because she was like, well, we can do it in my office. I was like, no, we're gonna sit right here. I'm gonna put my camera up and then I'm gonna edit it the way that I'm gonna edit it. And it came out flawless. And that was one of my biggest accomplishments, and then when you called me and she called me and was like, do you want to come out and do the walk with us? I was like, yeah. And doing the work that I'm doing, it's not easy. Being the person that I am is not easy. I'm not for everybody, and I had to get out of my own way about that, be satisfied at sitting at home sometimes when people are wanting to have these, these events and stuff like that, and I don't get that call, and I don't want to feel no type of way or be all bent out of shape because somebody don't book me or somebody don't call me and like, yo, Rob, come out and do this, because I'm still gonna make the same noise as they are by stepping by myself, and I have they be like, who's Hustleman? Y'all go look him up. Or there's other people that are like, this man is out here not only showing pure love and genuine, it's just that he's hardworking. You need somebody to show up, call him, but they never do. Yeah. So,
and that's okay. But you said something, and we're going to end with that. He said don't just call him to show up. You have to book him. Remember that boundary, because everybody will call you when they want you to show up and do the things, but make sure they are booking you. Make sure you understand your value. Yes, it's like if you want it, I'm not saying don't do anything for free, because Lord knows I still do a lot of things for free, but make sure that you're good, because you can't pour from an empty cup.
And that's where I say I had to make a pivot with myself. I started the Hustleman Poetry Corner. I got with Mr. LJ, Miss Yogi with 2 eyes, Miss Yolanda Barnes, that's what I call her, Miss Catherine Rose, and Miss Bridget Crum, all great poets in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and the surrounding North Carolina area. And it just made me realize that I'm more appreciated where I, than where I started at and where I'm at now. And I say thank you to all them guys, because that's just my first show was this past 4th Friday, and we're locked in at Miss Nancy's Vagabond right here at 108 Hay Street. We're locked in for the next 4 Fridays coming up. So if y'all want something different, one night, just come out and see some poets. Okay.
Drop your social. How can they book you?
Yes, ma'am. You can look me up on Hustleman Podcast, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Robert Maynor is my name on Facebook. It's my personal name. So if y'all want to hit my inbox, we can go ahead and collab, get some stuff together. I'm not hard to work with. I'm just trying to learn how y'all work.
Okay. Well, I thank you. And speaking of work and speaking of appreciation, speaking of all the things on behalf of 104.5 TV on the Mo You Know Impact Network, we would love to present you with this marketing grant to help more people to book you.
Yes, ma'am.
So, like I said, on behalf of the Mo You Know Impact Network and 105 TV, I would like to present Robert Maynor, Hustleman Podcast, with this $500 marketing grant, so we can help you get the word out about what you do, why you do it, and how much you're going to charge them. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you accept?
I would accept. Yes, ma'am. Everybody needs a little push, man, and I'm very, very excited for where I'm going at with y'all, Miss Mo. If you need a person that can cater to you on your events, I'm more than welcome to come and do it. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You gonna send me an invoice?
I mean, like you said, sometimes you can do it for free. You know what I'm saying? So the first
you
one's
ain't
on
heard
the
nothing I said, but it's all good.
Yes, ma'am. I'll send you an invoice, and we can go ahead and get it done.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's the 2-6. Fayetteville, stand up. Let's go. The more you know. Yeah. 26 for the 2-6. Yeah, we outside. From the Ville to the world, let it ride. 1-4-4-5. We live.